Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new in this channel, you are welcome. My name is Blessing, and in today's class we'll be learning how to make this dress you see on the screen. So in my previous class we make a video on how to draft the pattern, and in this video we'll be making the sewing tutorial. And if you find this video helpful at the end of this video, please use a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed to this channel, I will appreciate if you hit on the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell for more videos. So guys, without wasting of time, let's get started. So like I said, I have drafted my pattern before. So these are my pattern. I've transferred it to my fabric, and you can see I added half an inch and also notched the bust area and the center front, the center, which is the center cup that divides the two cup. I notched that part. This is the other side of it. I also notched the bust point area like this, and I added half an inch all round. So this is the body. So I added half an inch of this part, and I put my seam allowance of 2 inches because when I'm drafting the pattern I didn't add my seam allowance, so I decided to add it on the part, not the fabric. I also add half an inch on the down part as seam. So guys, after that, the next step is to cut the down parts. So as you can see, I have folded my lace fabric into 4, and I marked 2 inches for my zipper allowance. So guys, I am marking my full length. So remember, for the top we mark from the shoulder to 16 inches. So now from the down part I will continue from the 16 inches to the full length of the gown. So the full length of the gown is 16 inches. So from this 16 inches now I mark it, and from then I mark from that 16 inches to 25 inches for the hip, because the person I'm making this dress for is a very big person. She's very fat. So I marked 25 inches for her. For from waist to hip is 25. So now guys, this is me marking my, using my chalk to identify the lines. So the next step is to take all my circumference. So here is the waist circumference I'm marking. I add 1 inches for the darts and 2 inches for seam allowance, and come over to the hip and do the same thing. So after marking my hip measurement, I will copy everything that I have on the hip like this. After I copy, I will deduct 1.5 inches from what I have on the hip to get to my hem parts. Okay, hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I measure everything plus the seam allowance, so I will minus 1.5 inches for the total I have on my hip line. Then I will mark it there. So note that the measurements I'm taking from the center front, okay, center, which is the unfold part. Then after that I will connect all my lines, and I will go ahead to cut out this mark where I marked. I will just go ahead to shock it, and I will cut them out and form a skirt or a down part, anyhow you call it. So this is me cutting it, so you can see the shape is out already. So now it's time for me to mark my dart intake. So from there, from the center front I mark 3.5 inches. Then I will just use a chalk to chalk it there, and I will just go ahead to notch it, so that when I am taking my darts and I will sew my darts, I will know where to take. So after marking my 3.5 inches, I will share 1 inches on both. For the dart leg, both are 0.5 inches for the both dart leg. Altogether is 1 inches. So after that I will just go ahead to notch it, and that is it guys. The reason why I'm notching this part is for me to know exact where I will take my darts. That is the reason why I mark it. And I've already replaced the dart intake when taking our measurement. So now guys, I also notched the zipper allowance side so that I will know where the zipper allowance stopped. So guys, that is basically it. So the next step is to bring out the doll face that I will use for the lace fabric. So for this piece that she sent to me, this her own is very short, but she does not want ours to be that short. So from the waist I come down by 38 inches. So that is the length she really wants the doll face to stop. So you can see that the picture she sent to me, the picture is the doll face is very short at that part there. So she does not want I want to be short, like I said. So I come down from the waist to 38. So now I will just, after cutting, I will just use the fabric, the lace fabric, to trace out the exact shape that we marked earlier. So guys, this is me trying to arrange my lace fabric on top of the doll face so that I will retrace it at the doll face. So I'll first of all pin it first before I traced it out. So this is me cutting it out. So that is basically it for this one. So now I'll just set it to the other side. So you can see I have traced out the I lace fabric on for the upper part. This is the back part as well. So now the next step is to bring out the door, one of the door face, because I'm still using the door face for lining for the upper part. So for the down part, after cutting my door face, I also cut out a cotonou lining to cover up the rough edges at the down parts. Don't worry guys, when we get there you understand what I'm trying to say. So let's take this one aside. So for the upper part now, I'll bring out the hairstay. So I will go ahead to iron it to the door face, then to the cup as well. So guys, here it comes out. You can see that I've attached my hairstay to the door face, and this is how they come out neatly. So guys, the next step is to bring out the cup like this, and I will fix them together. So I'm trying to identify the right part. Please, in this part is very confused, okay? It's very confusing. So please, you remember I said I notched the bust area. So this is what that is giving me guide to join this part well. So first of all, I will first of all pin it. Then before I will take it to my sewing machine and use the half an inch that I marked, that I added to the normal measurement, the half an inch. Then I will use that half an inch now to join the two together. So after that, I will show you what's next to do. Please also note that the two notch at the bust point must correspond to each other, okay? The two notched at the bust points, okay? So guys, I have sewed it and I open up the seam and iron it. You can see our cup is out now. You can see how beautiful our cup comes out. So the next step is to bring out the cup, because I bought already made cup for it. So this is exactly the size of the cup. So now I will place it on top of the cup like this, just the way you see me placing it, like so. So you can see is I'm trying to fix it well so that it can stay well, okay? So now I will now use my hemming gum to attach the two together. I will place in my hemming gum on top of the cup like this. Then after that, I will place the doll face on top of the already made cup and take it to the ironing table, and I will press it with hot iron. So guys, this is how it comes. You can see that we have some excess at the top, so I'll just briefly cut out the excess of the already made cup, not the main fabric, the already made cup. We have some excess at the top. If you have some excess, please go ahead to trim it out, because it will make you to sew wrong, or it will not give you a good result when sewing it. So just trace it out, okay? Just follow your normal cup and trace it out. So it's about half an inch, so I trace it out. So this is how it comes. So I can see the cup, this is the other cup. You can see that we have some excess at the top too. So I will just go ahead to trim that excess out so that the main fabric and the cup will stay, it will be in the same level. Hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So that is it, guys. So this is how it comes out. You can see the cup is beautiful, guys. So now the next step now is to bring out the down parts of the lace and the door face. So I will place the lace wrong side to the door face right side like this, and I will place it like so, just where you see me placing it. Then after that, I will first of all pin it together. I will use a pin to hold both the lace fabric and the door face together, so that when I'm working with it will not be shifting, okay? So guys, I have some excess of lace, the excess, so I'm trying to trim out the lace excess out. Please guys, if you have any excess that will disturb your sewing later, please trim it off, okay? You can see that the lace fabric is kind of bigger than the actual door face, so I'm trying to blend it together so that they will be equal. So I'm trimming out the lace. You can see me doing that. So now you can see the cup. Now you can see the cup shape. So guys, I will now place the cup. Remember we notched the center there, so I'll place that center, that part we notched. So like I said, I notched this part so that it will give me a guide. So you can see that I've placed my cup, and here is it after joining the cup to the main fabric. So you can see the cup is beautiful. You can see it's neatly sewed and the inside is given. So guys, I will just remove out my pins so that I will not forget the pin inside the fabric. So always remember to remove your pins from wherever you pinned, okay? So that when the person want to wear his dress, he will not be shooking that person. So now guys, so the next step is to bring out the upper part, which is the yoke. So for this yoke, I'm just using one particular fabric, one particular yoke. I'm not doubling it, okay? So I'll just go ahead to fix my yoke to the cup. So guys, here it comes. I have fixed it, and I also add my dog face to it. You can see the inside is very neat, and I also the side, I also sewed it inside like this to have a neat finishing in this area. You can see that, and I went ahead to give it a very good press. Guys, please always iron your work so that it will come out very neat, okay? You can see our cup is coming out very neat and very nicely. So guys, this is the back. I've already add my yoke to the back, although for this back I double the yoke, but for the front I did not double it, but for the back I double the yoke. So I've added my modestic panel to it. You can see the modestic panel, I've added it. So that is it. So the next step is to bring out some of the strap that we'll be using for the loop. Remember that is a lacing back. So I've already uh, sewed my strap. So this is about 3 inches long. It's about 3 inches long. You can see it's about 3 inches long like this. So I will be using this for the loop, for the loop. So now this is how I will be placing it. I will first of all place the loop on top of the lace fabric like this, right side like this, okay? Then after placing it, I will pin it before I will sew it, so that I will have a good sewing there. So I will first of all pin it. Just watch carefully how I am doing this. So I will leave about half an inch before I will start the the loop. Okay, I pin it. I leave about half an inch for stitching. Okay, from the upper part for stitching. So I will just do it like this. Just watch me carefully. You will see what I'm trying to explain. So after sewing on top, I'll first of all sew the loop, then on top of the lace fabric, then I will use my lining to cover up the rough edges there. I will use the lining to cover up the rough edges. So let me quickly do that and show you how it comes out. So guys, this is how it comes out. You can see that I've already covered up the rough edges for the loop. So this is the other side of it. This is my modestic panel. You can see I ironed it very well so that it will be very neat for me. So guys, that is it. So the next step is to bring both the front and the back so that we can join the shoulder. So just like the way we are joining our shoulder before, I will place front the front shoulder in between the back two yoke. I don't know if you understand. I will place the front shoulder inside the back. You remember the back has two, so I will open up the two. Then after I open up the two yoke, I will use one to wrap the front shoulder. So guys, I have done with the shoulder. You can see that it's neatly sewed. You can see, you hardly see where I sewed is inside. So the sewing part is inside. You can see the two different, because I I double the back, but I did not double the front because it's very obvious there. So guys, that is basically it for the shoulder. So the next step is to bring the sleeve and attach the sleeve to the armhole. So before we attach my sleeve, I'll first of all notch the center of the sleeve so that it will not give me an issue when I will join it. So guys, here it comes. I've added my sleeve to the body. So this is how it looks like. After adding my sleeve, I went ahead to trim out some excess that I have. So now guys, for the sleeve, I added this rope. How will I put this part? Because I saw it on the style, so I decided to add it to the sleeve as well. This is how it comes out. So that is basically it. So the next step is to bring the down part and join the upper part to the down part. So guys, this is the down part and the lace fabric and the doll face together like this. So you remember that the lace fabric is the wrong side meeting the right side of the door satin. So now for this is the center front. For this front here, for us to eliminate that bulginess at the front side, so I come down by 1.5 inches, then I will cut that off. So this, by this, it will not be folding at the front. Okay, for the down part, this is the reason why I am doing this. Okay, so that when you wear your gown, it will relax well instead of folding. So to eliminate that, you just come down by 1 inches or 1.5, but for this case I come down by 1.5 because she is very fat. So I do it both for the lining and both for the doll face as well. So now guys, the next step is to remove my pin and bring just the doll face and the lace fabric together. Then I will merge them together to take my dart. Then I will also take my dart on the actual lining, which is a cotonou lining. I don't know how you call it in your area, but the other lining, we normally call it cotonou lining in this side. So this is me trying to place the lace fabric and the doll face together like this, so that I can able to take my dart. So I will just align it very well, and I will go ahead to place my dart. Remember, we notched the dart side, so it will be very easy for me to do. So on to this cotonou lining, I will repeat the same thing. I will also hold my dart just the same way I did. So guys, here it comes. I have hold my dart, and I've also hold the dart for this cotonou lining. So this is how it's supposed to be. I did the same thing to the back as well. So now the next step is to join the up and the down together. So I'll bring the up to the down part like this, and I will join it by half an inch. Then after that, I will bring out the cotonou lining and place it on top of the upper part, meaning the upper part will be in between the down part, in between the main fabric for the down part and the cotonou lining for the upper part like this. Just what you see me doing, you can see I place the upper part on top of the lace, then I bring out the cotonou lining and place it on top of the up. Then I will use 1/2 inches now to just run it down. I will run it by half an inch, then close the other side of it. Remember, we add half an inch all around, then I will use half an inch to close the side. When I'm through guys, I will show you how it comes out. So here it comes out. You can see the finish. You can see that the work is very neat here. You can see that you hardly see the joining part. You can see the side. The side is beautiful as well, and I went ahead to join. I ironed it with hot iron. Please guys, if you are working, always work with iron, because iron is your friend in sewing. So iron it very well. So now I did same thing to the back as well, just the way I explained to the front. I did the same to the back, and this is the back. You can see where our lacing will be. This is the modestic panel, and this is the other side, looking very neat and beautiful. So now the next step is to join the two back together. So guys, this is me trying to place the two back together like this, right side meeting right side like this. Then after that, for the zipper allowance, I will just come down by, I will ensure that the two the two sides correspond to each other, because this is a lacing back. So now I'll just measure where my zipper will accommodate. Then I'll mark about 8 inches to 9 inches, I think there. So before then, we gave 2 inches for zipper. Then I've used half inches to turn it inside. Then it will be left with 1.5 inches. So I mark 1.5 inches there and come down by 8 inches like this. And this is where my zipper, the space of my zipper will stay there. From there now, I will just mark the 1.5 inches to where the slit will start from. Just watch me carefully, you will understand what I'm trying to say here. So guys, you can see I have sewed the joining. I have sewed it and I open it up to iron it, and you can see how neatly it comes out. Okay guys, so this is the zipper a space that I will add my zipper. This is my modestic panel to cover up the back. Okay, so you can see the space for the loop, so you can see me ironing the zipper area so that that part too will be relaxed, so that when I'm fixing my zip it will come out well. So guys, that is basically it. So next is to join the back and the front together by using 1.5 inches to join the sides. I'll just join it. After that, I'll come back to show you. So guys, I have joined it and you can see that the two sides are equal. You can see this is the joining, and I've decided to add a zipper to the zipper allowance like this. You can see how beautiful it comes out. Just go ahead to iron it well. This is my modestic panel and you can see that it is well covered. Just go ahead to use rope to lace it up. So now guys, that is it. So the next step is to bring the lace here. Then I will cut out some patterns to cover up the bust area. Just trim out some pattern here and I will use it to cover the bust area. After that, I will show you how it comes out. I'll just quickly wear my dummy and see the final look. And here is the final look of this gown. You can see how beautiful it comes out. Guys, if you find this video helpful, please, I will appreciate you to give this video a like, a huge thumbs up, and comment as well. If you have not subscribed to this channel up to this very moment, please, I will appreciate if you hit on the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post a video in this channel, you get notified. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Bye. See you in my next